What's going on, YouTube? Back at it again. So I'm going to do a little 2-month review of this car. So I've got 2,098 miles on it. I bought it August 14th, so I'm a little bit past 2 months, but you know, it's a busy time of year for everybody. So got my son with us. You say hi? You gonna be shy? So anyways, I was going to go over the 5 things I love about this 2023 K5. It's the all-wheel drive premium model. It's got pretty much every option you can get except like illuminated sill plates or something. I can't remember what I'm missing. Oh, the HomeLink mirror. So, whatever. So, number 5 on this car, the thing I love, these seats are one of the more comfortable seats I've had. I've had Toyotas, Hondas, Rams, and I would venture to say that these are the most comfortable seats I've had in any car. Now, my wife had a Nissan Altima, SE or SR, whatever I think it was the SR a couple years ago, and it had like whatever Nissan calls the zero gravity seats. Those were super comfy too, but I like these a little better. They're a little more supportive and stuff. So that's number 5. Number 4 is all the tech in this car. I mean, this thing has more options than some other higher end vehicles that I've seen or owned or been around. It's got constant reminders, like if you forget to turn on your headlights or turn off your turn signal, or, you know, I guess my old GM truck had that, but it's just got a lot of random unique features like that and stuff. So here, sit tight. Let me kind of go over those. Okay, so as I was saying, heated seats, heated steering wheel, the wireless phone charger I think is really neat. I haven't had a vehicle with that. I do like that it has analog gauges. My Civic had a half digital, half analog. That's kind of nice, and then with a little screen in the middle. But the infotainment on this car is just awesome. I had the Uconnect 8.4 in my Ram with CarPlay and Android Auto and stuff. It was okay. But yeah, the self-driving, like I said, this car has a lot of neat tech stuff for its price point. You know, the blind spot monitoring, all the safety suite stuff. So that's number 4. Number 3 would kind of go with that last one. I do really enjoy the panoramic sunroof on this, moonroof, whatever you want to call it, panoramic roof. I don't know if this guy's going to stop. It just works nice. The functions of it and stuff are sweet. You know, if you accidentally leave it cracked, the car tells you. It's like, hey, dummy, you left your moonroof partially open. So that'd be number 3. So, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of creature comforts and stuff, but the moonroof, I wouldn't have bought the car without that. And I'm not even a big moonroof guy, but when I saw the panoramic roof on these, and I like how they black out the top of the roof, because I know a lot of people will wrap the roofs of their cars black. Just kind of a neat little styling touch, but I like how the panoramic roof makes everything black on the roof of this, obviously. So that would be number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and drive back home and finish this thing up. But yeah, like I said, so far I'm really enjoying this car. Okay, so number 2, what I like about this car. So everybody now seems to be going to CVT transmissions or dual clutch transmissions, which I know the K5 GT has the dual clutch, but you know, we've had a dual clutch car before. I know it was a Focus, and they had horrendous problems with those transmissions and stuff. But every dual clutch vehicle I've driven is not as smooth as a traditional transmission with a torque converter, you know, your regular style transmission. So this has the 8-speed automatic torque converter, just a traditional 8-speed, and paired to the all-wheel drive with the 1.6 turbo. It's not fast, but the car never really leaves you wanting for more power. I mean, unless you're racing stoplight to stoplight or something. There's not been a time where I'm like, man, I wish this car had, well, everybody wishes their car had more power, but it's plenty adequate for this car. I believe the curb weight's like 3,400 pounds on this car, so it's 180 horsepower, 195 torque with a traditional 8-speed. It just feels so much more lively than my Civic. Now, the Civic was a 2-liter, 158 horsepower, and I know people don't really cross-shop those cars, but the only reason I'm making that comparison is it's because of what I came from. So that had the CVT, and that is one of my biggest gripes about that car. If they would have dropped Honda's 10-speed traditional auto in that, I really think that would make the car a lot better. You know, that is one of the biggest selling points, I think, in this class, which I know, you know, Toyota and Camry are doing traditional, Toyota and Honda with the Camry and the Accord, they're still doing some regular automatic transmissions, like the Accord Sport, which is what you would compare to this with the 1.5T. That's a CVT. You know, the 2.0 Accord, which I would compare closer to the GT, not the GT line K5, it does have the 10-speed traditional auto. But that is one of the things that I really enjoy about this car. The driving dynamics are great. This thing's kind of cool. When you give it power, you can see where it's sending the torque and horsepower to which wheels and stuff. So here, I'll get on it. We'll throw it in sport mode. So, like I said, the car just really never leaves you wanting more power. So that's 60 right there. So, like I said, it's not fast, but again, it just really never leaves you wanting much more power. You know, I'm super happy with the power delivery on this car. For being a 1.6 turbo, I mean, the torque comes on quick, it's smooth. I will say, when I first got the car, before it was broken in, I did have the transmission got confused sometimes, and then it learned my driving habits, and it's been awesome ever since. You know, I had two different Ram 1500s. Both of them had the ZF 8-speed, which is supposed to be one of the better transmissions made, automatic transmissions. And those trucks had great transmissions. I mean, I know the rest of the truck around it, that's up for debate. But I will say that this 8-speed behaves very much like that. It shifts quick. It's always in the right gear. You know, when you give it some throttle input, it's real snappy to downshift. So here, I'll do one more quick little pull. And then we'll go wrap up my number one favorite thing about this car. So here, we roll out and then punch it. So like I said, I wouldn't call it fast. It's plenty quick. The turbo has very little lag. If you floor it from a dead stop, it'll, you know, wait to kick in until it's like 2,000 RPMs. Was that fun, buddy? So I'm gonna pull into my neighborhood here, and we'll do the last thing, my favorite thing about this car. You know, if you haven't considered one of the newer Kias in the past, I would highly suggest this. You know, they had some problems with oil consumption and stuff that's been remedied on this variation of the 1.6. The Civic I had, this feels better, sir. This feels better put together than the Civic I had. Now at 200,000 miles, that's up for debate. Honda and Toyota are known for their reliability, but the warranty on this car is awesome. They've really stepped up their game. I mean, you can see the interior is awesome, well put together and stuff. So it just is a whole package. And I've kind of strayed from talking about the powertrain, but it's just hard to talk about the powertrain and not the whole package of this car, and that's kind of why I brought up number two. So I'm going to pull in the garage, and we'll finish with number one and wrap this up. Okay, and the number one thing I like about this car is the styling. The lighting is top-notch. The curves, I know I've done a couple little things to it, like this spoiler, I blacked out the wheels. The color's awesome. I did the lip spoiler in the front, which I ordered a different one of those, but I mean, the lighting's just awesome. The styling is just great on these cars. I mean, it's really a handsome car. I've gotten more compliments on the looks of this car than about anything else I've had. So there's not an angle it looks bad from. I mean, seriously. I don't think they need to change anything styling wise. So yeah, that's my number one favorite thing about this car. Like I said, it's plenty powerful for me, comfortable, quick, or not really quick, I kind of covered that, but it's comfortable, it looks great. I mean, it's just fun to drive daily. You know, it's got the all-wheel drive, so this winter, when we get those Midwest winters, it should do well. I mean, you can see even the good looks carry on to the interior. The seats look good. I mean, just everything's just well thought out and well put together. What, buddy? So yeah, that wraps it up. I highly recommend this car. I think for the money, there's not a whole lot better on the market. And I know better is a subjective word, but it all kind of goes back to what you're looking for in a car. For me, I wanted a daily driver that looks good. What? That has good tech, all-wheel drive, and like I said, it just looks good. It's a handsome car. This thing, I haven't taken it on a road trip yet, but as I was saying earlier, I would have no problem spending 8-10 hours behind the wheel driving somewhere in this car. So hope you guys liked my little review. That's a 2-month update. This has been one of, if not my, I mean, I've had some cool cars. I had an Integra GSR back in the day. I've had a Mustang, a couple of Accords, but I will say, as far as cars go, not including my trucks and SUVs, this is probably my favorite. So we got a cranky 2-year-old that wants to go in and watch his shows. So I hope you like this. This isn't a Doug DeMuro quality car review. So he's in a meltdown. So hope you guys enjoy this. Please like and subscribe. I've got some cool stuff coming up that I ordered for the car. And we'll keep doing reviews of this. I'll do 5 things I don't like about this car, because there's, just like anything, I've found a couple things that I think could be better or different. So look for that in the near future, and I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great week.